Hello. Hi, everybody. This is going to be huge. It's a very, very important one. And a lot of this is just going to be off the cuff. My name is Kale Cap, and today I'm going to help you rewire your mind for whatever you want, for happiness, for calmness, for positivity. And the way that you're going to do that is by following a mindset and then a couple of action steps based on your particular life. So I hope to do this every Wednesday. Depends on how well it goes. But let me know if you have any questions, if you can hear me okay. And I'm just going to bring up the comments here. All right, cool. So I did a poll last week to see what most of you guys are struggling with. And right now it seems like most people in the group, at least from that poll, are struggling with having so many reasons to be upset, to feel anxious, to feel demotivated. And they're finding it very hard to find reasons to be happy. And this is human nature, right? It's very important that you understand this, that you're not alone, that this is perfectly normal, perfectly natural, but that you can change. But the first thing that you have to do with any of my advice is be committed. You have to say, I am definitely going to be seeking this over the current blech. So usually with the people that I work with, it's I'm definitely going to be seeking happiness, more calmness, more positivity in my life over validating anxiety or being afraid. And this is just what I'm going to choose in my head and the commitment that I'm going to make. So if you can start there, at the very least, start there, this will get a lot better for you. So excuses versus reasons. So when I was a kid, I had all the excuses in the world to go into school and just be miserable and not get along with the other kids. And some days I did, and some days I didn't. Some days I wanted to be happy and have fun. But I think as we grow older, we lose that, what do we really want, over what we feel like we should just be. So we always want to be happier, right? We wish our lives were calmer and more peaceful. But do we always seek that? Are we always trying to get to that place? No, not necessarily. You know, when I first got into medical sales, I was working with this team, and they were really intense guys. And like, they'd call me up at like 5:30 in the morning and make sure that I was ready to go, ready to get in my car and drive, an hour or two to a surgery. They'd call me at 8:30 at night, 9 o'clock at night, and expect me to be able to answer questions for them and stuff. And it got like, I was already pretty high strung, but it built me up quite a bit. And after long days of working with them, 12 hours, 14 hours a day sometimes, after a long week like that, I was a grump. And I'd come home and I'd drink my face off because, of course, I'm validated to do that. I mean, why not? It's definitely justifiable to say I need to drink like crazy after these insane work weeks. And sure, if my wife, now girlfriend at the time, was being a certain way, I could totally tear her head off because I've had a rough week. Like, don't you understand that I'm so fed up and angry? And then she feeds into it too, and then she's like, well, yeah, of course, I'm so sorry. And she's like so nice about it. And I'm like angry and this grump, and I need my beer, and I need to just forget about everything. And we can easily find all these, and I like using the word excuses because people don't like that word, but we can find all these reasons to be upset and to be angry in our lives, but rarely do we ever seek reasons to be positive. Now, at the time, we had a new puppy, and this dog, and we have her still, but she was a nightmare as a puppy. She used to eat her poopies and fling them around in the crate, and my wife had to wake up twice a night to take her out. It was crazy. It was bonkers. But she's a beautiful dog. She's this beautiful German Shepherd Pit Bull mix that has like this brindle coloring. She looks like a pure shepherd with these cheeks, but she's got the snout and just huge ears. So I could have been focusing on that, but I was focusing on the fact that she was pooping and flinging it around every night, this crazy dog. what else? You know, I go into job interviews with this preconceived notion. You know, well, I'm looking at myself, and I've only been able to make this much money at this time, and all this crap has happened to me, and I can see all these reasons, and the traffic on the way over here sucked, and my car was, you know, overheating, and I hope it doesn't overheat when I start it back up, and I missed my exit. And you get all these reasons, all these excuses to be angry, to be upset with the world, to be mad at yourself. But it's so easy from my seat to tell you how easy it is to find reasons to be happy. But why is it easy? What's up, Mohammed? Why is it easy to find reasons to be happy? Because there's so many of them. And because understanding it is easy. And if understanding it is easy, then it just takes it takes practice. You practice, practice, practice. So first and foremost, you have to make a commitment saying that I'm going to seek confidence more than I'm going to validate my pitying on myself. I'm going to seek calmness or happiness more than I'm going to validate the anxiety. Oh no, that's the bottom line in my head. When my thoughts go this way, I want to go this way. But when you're learning how to start, how do you tweak things in your life? How do you like flip the coin or look at the bright side of the things in your life? You just, like, the best advice I can give you is just from, like, my perspective. That's why I coach people one-on-one, because this is tricky stuff. But you know, if you're stressing at work, you don't like the people at your work, you have so many other things you could be focusing on. You have so much more that you can be thankful for. And it all comes down to, where are you putting your attention? If you're putting your attention on, you know, things that are negative in your life, if you're putting your attention on your own fears and your own worries, then that is what is going to perpetuate. That's what's going to grow. So why is it easy for me to look at the silver lining right now? Because I try to do it all the time. Because I really hate hating, and I really don't like being angry. I don't like it. I mean, I can do it. I can do it. But I don't choose to do it because there's just no point in it. That's kind of my Batman impression. Look out. I feel like there's probably like a small instance that I can get angry and it would make sense, but it's rare. You know, maybe somebody breaks in the house and I have to just really turn them away with anger. One time, hey Tanya, trust yourself. I like the sun. Hey Sue, how are you? What's up, guys? How's your day going? In this video, I'm talking about seeking reasons to be happy rather than using excuses to feel negative. And I could just keep talking about it all day long. Thanks, brother. Right back at ya. I got a lot of love for everybody. That's all I got for everybody. There's nothing but love. I'll think of the last time that I got angry, and actually this is going to be a good story anyway, that I feel like this is the time to get angry. So I was in college, and I'm sleeping off my drunk, and I hear too many noises, and I wake up, and I go out in the living room, and it's pitch black, and the light was like across the hall, and I was like, I gotta hear. I hear something is going on, and I can hear somebody breathing in my apartment, and I'm up there. It's the middle of the summer, so like it's almost a ghost town in Penn State, at least compared to like during the fall and spring seasons. But I hear somebody, and I'm like, what is going on? So I flick the light on, and I have this like mini baseball bat, and I run out into the room, and there's this guy in his underwear, stuck, climbing halfway in the window and halfway out. And we had these rocks outside of our window, so you could climb right up to our window. This is my junior year. Hey, Rebecca, how are you? And I came out, and I was like freaking out, like, who is this guy? And he was just so drunk. And essentially, I tried to use anger to shoo the drunk out of my house, but he didn't leave with anger. So I guess there's maybe not necessarily any reason for anger, but you should have seen this guy and the things that he was saying and who he was asking for. He was asking for people by nicknames, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's just trashed. But anyway, we want to always try to find reasons to be happy. Loretta, so true. Too many excuses to be angry, but rarely remembering reasons to be happy. It's just too easy Too easy to go down that path. So this walk is hard, guys. It's hard. Rebecca will probably say the same thing, but you trying it and doing it is so much more rewarding. It might feel good to like let some anger out. I'm not saying that you have to just be a complete stoic or be consistently happy 24/7, but you should try to be. You should try to be, and not beat yourself up either when you get angry or sad or anything like that. That's a big thing too. Because beating yourself up is practicing the very thing you're trying to walk away from. So what do I normally see? Maybe I'll ask my own question here. What do I normally see in the group, in my coaching and all this kind of stuff? I see people saying, "I'd like to be happy, I'd like to be calm, but there's all these things going on. There's work, there's the pressure of A, B, and C." Right? And you're validated all day long. But what I'm telling you is that the way the brain is wired, the more that you are validating these things, the more you're asking for it, the more you're going to experience these things. It's just the way that it is. Rebecca says, yes, very hard. Some days the ice is thin, but you just got to keep on going. Why not, right? Rebecca's got the right idea. Just got to keep on keeping on. So there were like 12 people that wanted this video. I'm thinking that maybe this is like an odd time of the day. Maybe I'll start doing them later, like 3 hours from now. We'll get some more people on here. But I'm glad to see you guys. What I'll say is that the more you work at it, as Rebecca is seeing, as Loretta is seeing, there's so many people are seeing in this group that are following the stuff that I pass on to you guys. It gets easier. It gets better. It gets smoother. You just have to work at it. Positive thoughts. I love it. All right, guys, if I can do anything for you, let me know. I feel like the group is going really well, but yeah, let me know if I can do anything for you. Well, brother, ask away. Muhammad says it's 2 a.m. He was waiting for this. So ask, man. You're always seeking answers. Ask your questions. You have to do in every situation. See, I'm really glad you said something, because I'm realizing that I didn't really paint a very clear picture on this. There's always a reason for something. So I'm thinking about this. In every single situation, you can validate the problem, or you can seek a solution. So here's a good one. If you're driving along and someone's tailgating you, you can get really angry that someone's tailgating you. Or you can feel anxiety, you can feel upset or scared or whatever it is. You can slam on your brakes. You can slow down and screw with them. You could swerve around and not let them pass you. Or you could calmly take a deep breath, flip your mirror up, stop paying attention to them, pull into the other lane, let them go by. This is like the turn your other cheek mentality. What path is going to get you calm? What's going to make you the most relaxed? So let's take like an example of somebody stuck in the house that needs to go out and do something. Now, what's going to feel good? Accomplishing that goal, right? Accomplishing getting outside and doing something, but they're terrified of leaving their house, or they're terrified of seeking a job, or talking to somebody else, maybe somebody that they think is attractive or something like that. There is so much suffering in the waiting. There's so much negativity being built. The more you focus on your excuses, the more you say, well, I was raised this way. Well, this is what's happened to me so many times in my life. Well, you can go on all day about those things. But when you start seeking reasons regularly for the thing that you want to experience, you want to talk to a pretty girl, or a pretty boy, or you want to get a job, or you want to drive and you're terrified of driving. You have to be putting reasons to do that thing into your basket. So your basket is your brain. If you're going, well, driving would be great, and it would help me, get from A to B, but I can't seem to get myself. Now you're feeding back into that negativity. Excuses versus reasons. You're finding excuses. Muhammad said, when every social interaction and every situation, if I'm the bully and I can't do anything for that, how can I see the positive in there? You're saying that you're bullying people in social interactions, or you are getting bullied? If people are saying you're being a bully in social interactions, easy fix is to ask questions and not talk about yourself. You want to be a good conversationalist, ask questions and don't talk about you. If you're saying that you're being bullied in this situation, well, stop putting pressure. This isn't the end of the world. Yeah, you're getting bullied. So don't put pressure on it, man. Though here's the thing. From your perspective right now, the way that you see the world, social interactions are this huge thing, but they're not. Nothing is huge. Nothing is a big deal. Nothing is scary. Nothing is dangerous. It's our attention that we give to those things that makes them scary or dangerous or into a big deal. So if you feel like you're getting bullied in every social interaction, then go in there with a purpose, or don't talk to those people. You know, don't surround yourself with people that are trying to hurt you. Talk to somebody else. Or take this. You want to be a good conversationalist, go in and ask questions. Ask interesting questions. Say, you know, like, where are you from? What are you into? And then try to find something that you're interested in and try to get them to explain it to you like they're going to teach you. So ask them about their job and have them explain it to you, and just listen. And don't, this is another thing, is like body language for you, brother. Nothing like this. Let your shoulders relax. Lift your chin up. How many times a day are you practicing the breathing exercise? How deeply are you getting to know yourself? You have to start with the foundation. We can't solve problems. You don't solve problems. If people say, Cale, how do I get better at public speaking, which I've heard so many times, I can give you 20 tips on how to be better at public speaking. I can give you 20 tips. Or we can get to the core of it, and we can get you to find a place where you enjoy public speaking. So the core, it's got to start with breathing. It's got to start with making yourself calmer and not trying to define yourself so much with what other people think. Rebecca says, my worst thought that always pops in my brain is that I think I am never going to amount to anything, but I'm seeking change in that way of thinking, as accepting where I am now is good enough that I'm someone. So like Rebecca, this is really good. I'm glad you're bringing this up. I did do a video on purpose. I don't know if you watched that one, but essentially what it comes down to is chipping away at the stuff that you don't need. So this is like really good for Muhammad too, who's probably not taking notes at 2 a.m., but he should be. If you want to find what makes you feel alive, you have to get rid of the stuff that makes you feel dead. You got to get rid of all the negativity in your life. You got to chip away. So, Rebecca, what then would mean your life amounting to something? What do you have goals? Do you have aspirations? And if you don't, but you think you want to have them, then we have to figure out how to inspire you. That's what I would say. You know, like look into, you know, you have some things that you do enjoy doing, right? Yeah, like, I don't know, career-wise. What do you want to have a career? What do you want to do? You like baking. Do you want to do something with that? I mean, you're talking to a pretty good person here. I've started a lot of businesses and failed almost all of them. So I got lots of great advice, lots of stuff that I learned. How old are you? Rebecca says, I feel I should have like a career by now. 34 going on 50. You did it. You answered that correctly, going on 50. There's no need, and that's what acceptance is all about. There's no need to say, I should have gotten here by now in any situation. Never assume that you should be somewhere that you're not. It is literally insane to assume that you should be anywhere different than you are right now, because you're not. So you can't be. So wishing that you were somewhere else is so weird. It doesn't even make any sense, but it's such like a normal way of communicating and communicating with ourselves or whatever. Dude, you're only 34. You got lots of time in your life to discover something. What you're wanting is the respect, I guess, is some kind of title, but you don't even know what you want to do. So find what you want to do first. Some people spend their whole lives trying to find what they want to do, but if you died and on the last day of your, on your deathbed, you realized what you wanted to do and you did it and you felt amazing about it, sounds like a great way to die. And that's all you're going to care about. You're not going to go, oh, this is great, but like the other 99 years really sucked. Yes, you don't know. So you're getting upset about being in a place that is impossible for you to change instantaneously. It's impossible for anybody to change where they are at the place they are in right now. And you also don't know where you want to go. So this is like anxiety. You know, this is like negative self-talk 101. I mean, it doesn't make any sense at all. And hopefully in me, you know, jokingly talking about it, it helps remove some of that from you. But you have to look at it and start seeking reasons. You know, seeking higher truth, seeking happiness, and finding what you want. Rather than saying, oh, it sucks that I'm here and my life should be better by now. Instead of doing that, say, I wonder what I want to do. I wonder what's going to inspire me. I'm going to research A, B, and C. I don't feel like inspired by anything. So what is holding me back right now? What am I not doing? What fear am I not facing? What have I not let go of? We all will find purpose. We all will. Just got to learn how to let this stuff go. There's still something in there that's keeping you back, or what you're doing right now is perfectly your purpose. Living it up. You have a son, right? Spending more time with him, getting out. I saw the parent teacher thing. That was fun, right? Muhammad, I want to be a good speaker like you. Dude, you know how many videos I've made at this point? Do you have any idea how many videos I've made? like hundreds of videos. But I'm 26 now. I'm such a quiet person, and whole my life, I think I never had a friend, and I think I'm a dump. I need to build. Yeah, it's awesome, Rebecca. You're doing more every day. So just keep doing more, and it'll all come to you. It will. Don't put any pressure on yourself. I need to build a leader-like personality instead of asking questions. I need to talk. No, brother. You ask questions when you talk to people. People like you more when you ask questions. You could sit there, if you meet a great salesman, all they'll do is ask you questions about you, and then you'll be ready to buy from them. And you don't know anything about them, but they know everything about you. You're awesome too, Rebecca. Thank you. Here's what I want to say, brother. And this is going to be the last bit of advice I give you for a very long time, because it's not sinking in, and you can't see my phone, but I'm going to reread this question. I want to be a good speaker, but I'm this, I'm that, I'm quiet, I don't have friends, I'm a loser. I want this. How are you ever going to get this good if all you're practicing is bad? All you're doing is feeding into negativity. So listen to this. Inside of us there lives two wolves, a good wolf and a bad wolf. And we feed these wolves our thoughts. Every thought that we think, every word that we say, every experience that we have watching TV, movies, listening to music, we're feeding wolves constantly. A good wolf and a bad wolf. So in your sentence, I want to be a good speaker like you. That's feeding the good wolf. But then you say, but I'm 26, which you're feeding a bad wolf when you say you're 26, because you're pretending that your life is almost over at 26. But, oh my God, the guy that I was 5 years ago is nothing like the guy that I am now. The guy that when I was 26 was the guy that I was talking about when I was working and tearing my wife's head off and being angry all the time and being high-strung and building anxiety. 26 is nothing. It doesn't matter if you're 90. It does not matter. Numbers aren't anything, but there's bad wolf. I'm such a quiet person. Bad wolf, because you're not happy about that. And my whole life, I think I've never had a friend. Bad wolf. I think I'm a dump, whatever that means. Bad wolf. I need to build a leader-like personality. Kind of a bad wolf, because there's a lot of negativity behind that thing. And then instead of asking questions, I need to talk, which is what you're saying is that you're not doing the right thing. So that's all bad wolf food. So Muhammad, when you talk and when you're asking questions, like you're shooting me messages and things like that, or you're putting stuff up on these videos, or you're asking the group questions and stuff, you're feeding the bad wolf, because you're feeding into the negativity. this is how you need to reframe this. This is how you can feed the good wolf, and this is how you wire yourself for positivity and strength and confidence, and start seeking reasons to be happy instead of excuses to be feeling sorry for yourself. The first sentence, I want to be a good speaker like you, period. Next, why? Why do you want to be a good speaker? Because I want to help people. Because I want to feel comfortable in my own skin. Because I want to feel comfortable talking to people. Then you go next. Because feeling comfortable talking to people allows in for the most honest, genuine conversation. And it's great to communicate with people. Next, it's great to communicate with people because I learn new experiences and I learn new skills, and I can teach them and they can teach me, and we grow friendships, and we can do trips together. And we can do. Now, this is how you do positive thought tracks. You pick your goal and you fill your head with all this good stuff, and you fill your Pinterest, and you make a dream board, and you make mantras for yourself, and you put posters up in your room, and you read these things, and you listen to my videos, and you get positivity through everything that you watch and you listen to is just focused on that thing that you want. You don't listen to crappy music. You don't watch negative movies. You don't read horror stories in the other groups. You focus all of your attention obsessing over being happy and confident and strong. Those are what you read about. You Google search, and you don't try to find little answers and say, oh, that's going to change me. No. You find what you find what you want, which is being a good speaker, or being confident, or being happy, or being, charismatic, or whatever it is. And you just keep filling your head with reasons why those are good. Every time you turn back and go, but I'm sucky, and I can't do this, and I'm bleh, and bleh, you're telling yourself that you can't do that. You're never going to be able to do it. Stop telling yourself these things. Start seeking reasons to be happy, and stop using excuses. 26, always a quiet person, never had a friend, I'm a dump. These are all excuses to feel like crap. So, hi Jennifer. What's up? Can I answer any questions for you, darling? Or anybody else in the group? We got some quiet souls in here. So look, now you're excited, Mohammed. You're jazzed up. Now take this momentum and run with it. And this is how your days are going to go. You're going to go up, and you're going to come back down. When you come down, you have to go, that's okay. I've been practicing this down for a while. I need to just go back up. And you're going to come down again, and you go, that's okay. I've been practicing this negativity for a while. But what I want to do is focus on the good. And the more you focus on the good, instead of life going like this, it's going to go up, up, up. Rebecca says, chopping up chicken and listening. You better wash that phone off. Jennifer, well, I actually feel good. I'm here to learn things because I'm confused what to ask. But you're late. I went through all the basics already. I'm glad you feel good. Did I see that you were getting out more as well? Are you transforming, Jennifer? Did you emerge from the cocoon and you're ready to spread those wings? This topic is tough because it is it's very personal. So like this and like acceptance and oh God, a handful of like my favorite topics. They're really like they like need one-on-one. But you can do these Q&A with group. It works too. But that's why I coach people directly, and they get the best results that way too. Because I can give you this general advice, but you're gonna come back to me with 400 questions. Went to Mill Creek again and took beautiful photos. I'm ready. I love it. I love it. All right. Let me think for a second. Is there anything else that I can share with you guys before I jump off here? I got so used to doing those lives every single day. I got to start pumping in the content. All right. I'll just do a recap. It is very easy to find excuses not to do anything of change, anything new. Anything, new and change is difficult. It's very easy to find excuses not to be happy because it's part of our wiring, it's part of our survival mechanism to want things to be better than they are and to find negativity, to find things that are wrong. It's hard to find reasons to be happy, but as Rebecca says, change is good. Do you know why? Because it's all good. If you're stuck somewhere, you should be stuck there right now because you have to get to a place where you're sick of being stuck and you're ready to move forward. You're ready to hear the answers and apply them to your life. So, in every situation, ask yourself, am I trying to find excuses to be upset here, which might be really easy. I might have all the reasons in the world to be upset, to be sad, to be scared, to be anxious. Or am I going to try to find a few reasons to be happy right now? Seek happiness. Jennifer says, I have my bad days and realize not every day is going to be good. But I know I'll be okay, and I try every day to be happy by doing the things I love. And that is how you work your way up so that the ups are higher, the highs are higher, and the lows aren't really that bad anymore. Just keep seeking happiness. Keep trying to make the most out of everything. What we do with anxiety and depression is we get locked down in the valley before the hill. The wave comes down and we just pay all of our attention to how crappy it is right there. That we don't go, it's just a bad day. Not the greatest day. I was tired today. That pause breath got me going. Change used to be a big problem for me, but now I embrace the change, Rebecca says. Change is good, especially if you're seeking something more out of life. Then all the change that comes to you might be helping you get to that place. So any new change that pops up in your life, there might be something for that career that you don't even probably want. You just gotta find something you like. I wouldn't even put that word in that in asking the universe for career. You shouldn't even throw that word out there. All right, guys. I love you. Let me know if I can do anything for you. I'll do another video soon. Maybe I'll go through that poll in the group and answer some more of those questions. But this is what Wednesdays are for. We got to have, throw your questions out on Wednesdays. It's only the second week of themes, but I kind of like them. Sometimes individual definition of happiness is the root of the problem, Loretta says. This is intriguing. When we stop and think about it, we discover it's simpler. I decide to find happiness in the most simple things. I agree, Loretta. I think a good definition of happiness is, oh, hey, Cecilia. We got a bunch of, while I was trying to sign off there, a bunch of more responses here. Content, being content. I like that word. Because a lot of people say happiness and they think excited and joy-filled and whoa, ecstatic. That doesn't necessarily need to be your happiness. For me, happiness is very content. It's being feeling good in the moment that you're in or whatever. Yes, Jennifer. I feel as though the anxiety was a sign telling me I needed to change. A lot of spiritual books will say that about anxiety too. It's like forcing your body out of a situation. It's time for change in your life. I look at it one way or another, all mental illnesses that can be healed, which I believe all of them can. I believe that it's just part of the journey that you have to go through. And I think that's why I've experienced so much junk in my life, is because I had to learn who I was, which is a very stubborn person. And I had to be forced to be appreciative and grateful every day. And now I am. And it's good. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So like I said, if I can do anything for you guys, let me know. Much love to you all. You guys are doing so great. Keep it up. Peace.